We're talking with Scott Kellen from SixCentSports.com and Dave Golikoff, senior sports columnist from AskMen.com, previewing NFL Week 12 here on the SBR TV NFL Experts Roundtable. Dave, the second game you want to talk about is Cleveland at Cincinnati. Now, Cincinnati is only about a 7 or 7.5 point home favorite. Cincy has been obviously playing tough. They're coming off of two tough games where they got losses. Now they're going against Cleveland, obviously a much, much easier assignment here. And at first glance, a touchdown doesn't look like that much of a spread here to cover. Cleveland lost by a touchdown or more in all three of their non-Indianapolis road games this year. They also lost to 10 by Cincinnati at home in the opener. On the other hand, though, Colt McCoy has been playing a bit better. Cleveland's running game does seem to be coming up a bit. And for Cincinnati, of course, Leon Hall is out for the year, and A.J. Green is questionable again. Overall, I'm leaning Cincinnati. I have a feeling that Cincinnati is going to be a huge teaser play, both from the sharps and the public. What's your take on this line? You like Cincinnati here?
No, I actually like Cleveland in
Really?
this spot. I know it's going to sound a little crazy, but I do like the Browns in this game. And, you mentioned Colt McCoy has been playing a little bit better, and that is true. He's had a quarterback rating over 90 in the last two games. He's not exactly playing the 2001 Baltimore Ravens defense, but hey, any positives for him is pretty good. But no, I do like the Browns in this spot because I just see this as a complete letdown game for Cincinnati. They probably end up winning this game, so maybe teasers is the right thinking in this game. But no, I do like Cleveland because it's a complete letdown. Cincinnati had to get up for Pittsburgh. They had to get up for Baltimore. They lost both games very close. This is an easy spot for them to sort of take the foot off the gas a little bit, maybe not come out with the same type of intensity. And Cleveland, knows them. They played back in, I believe it was week 1 or week 2, and this is a revenge game for Cleveland, who felt that Cincinnati jobbed them a little bit. So I think Cleveland shows up with a little bit of bite, a little bit of pep in their step, and takes it to Cincinnati in this game and covers the spread.
Yeah, that's an interesting way of looking at it. I can see how this might be sort of a letdown spot for Cincinnati after two games where that were very competitive and tough. But on the other hand, I just feel like a little bit like Aaron Burnett when I hear you recommending Cleveland getting only 7. Seriously, you're going to take that? I don't know. Scott Kellen, what do you think? You think that Cleveland plus 7 might actually be a good bet?
No, I actually like the opposite side here.
Okay.
I like Cincinnati quite a bit. I make the number 8.5, predict about 42 points in the game, so I think there's a little bit of value there with Cincinnati. And they qualify in about 3 different fundamental rushing situations that I have, which have all done well this year. One's 4-1 this year, one's 16-7, the other one's 23-11. So all the situations are hot. They qualify in all of those. A couple of they would only qualify at 7 or under. The other one they would qualify up to 10. So even if this line goes up over 7, they would still qualify in one of those situations. And like I said, I make the number 8.5. So I think there's a little bit of value there with Cincinnati as well. I don't think they'll let down. I mean, they obviously could. I mean, this is obviously a step down in class. Maybe they're disappointed after a couple of key losses that potentially could knock them out of the playoffs. But Cincinnati's played well at home this year for the most part. And Cleveland's offense is anemic. Now, they did play a lot better last week. I don't know if that's because Jacksonville suffered a couple of defensive injuries, or maybe they're just getting better, but they actually surprised me and actually moved the ball fairly well last week. But on the road this year against good teams, they've lost by 7 at Oakland. They lost by 10 at San Francisco. They lost by 18 at Houston. So unless that letdown factor does happen, along with the value in the situations in Cincinnati, I think it's a pretty good spot for Cincinnati to win this game and cover the number.